Hello, I'm Jonathan Field from PTFS Europe, and what's on our mind this week is the Copyright Licensing Agency, the CLA, and how Koha integrates with the services that they provide. So Koha has a two-way integration with the CLA. Firstly, the ability to check permissions of an item from within Koha, but also the ability from within the DCS, the Digital Content Store, the ability to check the holdings within Koha. So let's first of all have a look at the Check Permissions API. So you may already be familiar with this on the CLA website, but you can check the permissions by just scanning a barcode, an ISBN, ISSN into the box here, and then making sure you've got the correct license defined, and then we can check the permissions for this item. So that's pretty straightforward, but in order to do that directly from within Koha, there's a plugin that we developed about 2 years ago, and we'll post the link below, but it's on our GitHub repository here, and it's detailed in the actual plugin information here. So you can see that the latest release of this plugin is available here. So it's a KPZ file. That's a standard Koha plugin zip file. And if we go to the releases page, you can see the KPZ file is available to download. So you'll download that to your local computer, ready for uploading into Koha in a moment. So hopefully you're already familiar with the plugins process, but if you're not, then feel free to contact us on the help desk and we can assist you with that. So once you've downloaded it and you've installed the KPZ file, there's a little bit of configuration to do, and we'll have a look at that in just a moment. But the most important thing is that you need to register on the CLA website for the Check Permissions API key. And the API key goes into the plugin and allows it to work. Once you have that, it should just be ready to go. And then there is a little note at the bottom here that it's a two-way integration, and the CLA can integrate your catalog into the DCS, and we'll talk about that in just a moment. So let's go over to Koha, our Koha system here, and go into Tools. And into the Tools plugins. Like I say, hopefully you're familiar with this and you've used some of these plugins before, but if we just view all of them, we can see the CLA Check Permissions plugins at the bottom there. If we haven't installed it yet, we can use the Upload Plugins button and navigate to that KPZ file we just downloaded to install it. But this has already been installed already, so we're just going to have a look at the configurations options over on the right here, which are very straightforward. So we enter our API key that we've received from the CLA in the box here, and then we choose which license we're using. So the CLA offer different licenses for different types of institutions, so we need to make sure we've got the correct license installed there. Once we've done that, it should just be a case of searching the catalog. So let's look for that ISBN we looked at just now. And what we'll see is an additional button at the top of the navigation bar here for the CLA Check Permissions. And if we just click that, it'll do exactly the same as we did on the website just now, but it's in line and obviously within Koha. So that's a really nice sort of feature. So we've got the usage information, what we can do with scanning, and the second extract permissions as well. So it's very straightforward to use. Just a matter of installing that plugin. If you want to integrate the other way, then the CLA have a tool called the Digital Content Store, which you may well be familiar with, but you can go to this page and there's a little video explaining what it does. But essentially, if you subscribe to the DCS, you can build course packs for your institution. You can check the ownership of material in those course packs, check the permissions. It reports back all the information you need to the CLA, so you don't have to fill out manual forms. If you've already scanned content for one course, then it will be stored in the DCS, and you can reuse it for different course packs as well, and also integrates with the British Library's eHub. So there's a lot of nice benefits in terms of managing your whole digital sort of existence and the scans that you're doing within that. But in terms of how it integrates with Koha, when you're looking for material to add to your course packs, obviously what you really want to know is, do you actually hold a copy of that? Because that would really be obviously the first place to go to. So if you've already got that book on the shelf, then it's probably easier for you just to go and pull it off the shelf, scan the necessary pages, and store that in the digital content store and report it back to the CLA. And that's what the two-way integration does. So the CLA have actually produced a page, an FAQ page here. And again, we'll share the link, which allows you to, tells you how Koha is integrated with the DCS. So essentially the DCS uses Koha's Z3950 SIU server, and they'll ask you for that information when they set you up with the DCS. And it's pretty straightforward. You just need to provide the base URL, which is typically your OPAC base URL, and then a port number, which is the SIU port number, and we'll provide that for you. So this does require a bit of setting up from our end. So if you want to integrate with the DCS, then log a support ticket and we can help you with it. We'll set up the Z3950 and SIU server, and we also restrict it, IP restrict it to the IP addresses of the CLA so that only they can access it. And then essentially once that's done, that's all there is to it. There's a bit more instructions down the bottom about the usage within the DCS, but essentially we'll be able to check whether you actually have that information in your catalog, where you hold information you're looking for in your catalog. So two nice bi-directional sort of integrations with the copyright licensing service. If you'd like any more information on anything that we've looked at today, then please do log a help desk ticket and we can help you with it further. But we hope you found that useful, and we look forward to seeing you next time. Thank you very much.